We stand on the threshold of a new year, a time when every heart is filled with conflicting emotions. On the one hand, there is hope for a brighter future. On the other, fear of the unknown that tomorrow might bring. Every new beginning carries profound questions. What awaits us? What challenges will we face? What signs does God offer to guide us on this uncertain path? And it is in this atmosphere of expectation that the Virgin Mary's latest message from Medjugorje arrives, a powerful message, a call to the heart of each of us. It is an invitation to reflect, to prepare, and to firmly choose the path of light amidst the shadows of the world. The Virgin does not speak randomly. Every message she gives is a precious gift, an invitation to grow in faith, hope, and love. But this time, her words carry an even more urgent tone, as if she seeks to shake us from the spiritual lethargy we so often fall into. Stay with us, because what we are about to share will not only illuminate your path, but also help you understand the crucial importance of this time and the choices we must make to face it wisely. The Virgin Mary, in her latest message, warns us with clarity that leaves no room for interpretation. She speaks of a time of great changes, a period that will test our faith and our capacity to love. Her words are those of a mother who deeply loves her children and desires to save them, but who sees the imminent danger and cannot remain silent. She warns us that we are entering an era of purification, where every man and woman will be called to choose their side. This is not a time for neutrality, she tells us. This is a time to take a stand and decide whether to follow God wholeheartedly or to be drawn into the abyss of indifference and sin by the world. She has spoken of events that will shake the earth and humanity, natural disasters, conflicts that will divide nations, and families at risk of falling apart under the weight of hatred and division. Yet the Virgin reminds us that every trial is also an opportunity. These events, as dramatic as they may be, are not the end but a call to conversion. She invites us not to give in to fear, because fear is the devil's greatest ally. Instead, she urges us to strengthen our faith, to remain steadfast in prayer, to abandon sin, and to seek refuge in her Immaculate Heart. The Virgin's message also highlights a crucial point. The time of mercy is running out. Not because God has ceased to love us, but because His love requires a response from us. We cannot continue to live as though nothing is happening, ignoring the signs of heaven and the opportunities for conversion offered to us. The Virgin invites us to look within, to acknowledge our faults, and to ask ourselves whether we are truly living according to God's will. It is an urgent appeal, but it is also filled with hope, for she reminds us that it is never too late to change, to rise again, and to return to being faithful children. But what can we do concretely to respond to this message? The Virgin Mary offers us a clear and precise guide. The first thing she asks of us is to intensify our prayer life. Not a mechanical or superficial prayer, but one that springs from the heart. The Holy Rosary, in particular, is the weapon she places in our hands to combat the devil's temptations and to protect our families. Pray every day, she says, and if possible, pray together, for family prayer is an inexhaustible source of grace. Fasting is another essential element of her message. It is not only about abstaining from food, but about offering sacrifices to God for the conversion of sinners and for peace in the world. Fasting helps purify the heart, detach us from material things, and make room for God's presence in our lives. Then there are the sacraments, which the Virgin describes as the true anchors of salvation in these challenging times. Regular confession is indispensable for freeing us from the weight of sin and receiving the grace needed to face trials. The Eucharist, the body and blood of Christ, is our strength, our support, our spiritual nourishment. The Virgin also invites us to use sacramentals with faith. Holy water, exorcised salt, and the medal of Saint Benedict. These are not mere objects, but powerful tools against the devil's snares. Bless your homes and always carry a symbol of your faith and trust in God's protection. Finally, the Virgin Mary reminds us that charity is the heart of the gospel. Every act of love, every gesture of forgiveness, every moment of helping those in need is not merely a good deed. It is a way to bring God's light into the world. Living in charity means being true witnesses of His love. It means building a bridge between heaven and earth. Dear listener, at this moment we invite you to pause for deep reflection. You are not here by chance. Every step and every decision that has led you to watch this video is part of a greater plan, a call from heaven for your heart. As you listen to the words of the Virgin Mary, take a moment and ask yourself, am I truly living according to God's will? Am I hearing His voice calling me, or am I letting the noise of the world drown out His presence in my life? This is no trivial question. The Virgin, with her infinite motherly love, never ceases to intercede for us, but her invitation demands a response. Now is the time to act, to look within ourselves with sincerity, and to choose the path of light. This message is not just a warning, it is an immense gift, an opportunity to rediscover faith and renew our relationship with God. Let us think for a moment about what truly matters. It is not the material things that fade with time, nor the daily worries that crowd our minds. What remains, what holds eternal value, is the love we give, the faith we nurture, and the good we sow. The Virgin invites us to lift our gaze to heaven, to seek what is eternal, and not to let ourselves be distracted by what is fleeting. Perhaps you feel overwhelmed by life's challenges. Perhaps the difficulties seem too great. But remember, you are not alone. God is with you, even in the darkest moments. His light never leaves you. Prayer, the rosary, the sacraments, they are the tools He has given us to combat evil and find peace. They are our anchors of salvation, the bridge that unites us with His infinite love. And right now, as your heart hears this message, feel yourself part of a greater community. You are not an island, but a vital piece in the mosaic of God's love. By sharing the Virgin's message, you participate in an act of light, a step of faith that can transform not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. We invite you to take a step of faith. Join us in prayer and subscribe to our channel to stay connected to content that nourishes the soul and illuminates the path. Every share, every word of hope you spread is a spark that ignites God's light in the world. Do not underestimate the power of your actions, for even the smallest act of faith can bring about immense change. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your listening, your attention, and your open heart. May God bless you, and may the Virgin Mary always accompany you, guiding you to her Son, the true light of the world. Join us in this prayer. Holy Mother, we entrust ourselves to you. Guide us, protect us, intercede for us with your Son. Help us live according to God's will, to keep our faith strong, and to be instruments of peace and love in the world. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle, protect us from the snares of the devil, and lead us on the path to salvation. Amen. Dear friends, if you found this message touching and inspiring, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. Every day, we strive to provide content that nourishes the soul and helps you live in God's light. Share this video with anyone who may need to rediscover their faith or find comfort in heavenly words. Together we can spread the message of peace and hope that heaven offers us. Thank you for joining us on this journey of faith. May God always bless you.